worldwide conversation. That'll be the headline everywhere. Everybody will be talking about that Monday morning outside of the game. Will be that performance. So you have an incredible responsibility and incredible opportunity in front of you right now. But what you do with it, it's up to you. Are we going to give them criticism Monday morning if they went out there and just sang and danced and did their normal thing? Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, man, definitely. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother God and SamAnt. Man, it's a beautiful show today, man. We got a lot of, a great topics, popping off, today on the Uncensored Truth podcast. But if you're listening on YouTube, I need you to do 2 favors: hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. Yeah, man, that's Oh, you got another one over there, right?
Yeah, man. I wanted to talk because Neil Brennan, one of the producers for the Chappelle show,
right,
one of my favorite shows of all time, was on the Breakfast Club today, and he was talking about the Chappelle show, obviously the infamous "Piss on You" episode. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
Oh my God, we're gonna watch it when we get in the car. I don't know if we can even see it, but one of the greatest just TV episodes of all time. He was talking about that episode. I'll play that right now. I don't know if you got that queued up. Oh God, if you don't, I do, and then we'll get our perspective on it. But here it is. Let's go.
Understand what comedy is supposed to do. Like, we will observe things, we'll make fun of things. Did people want us to round up a posse and go arrest R. Kelly? Like, what were we supposed to do? Charlie Chaplin made a movie called The Great Dictator, which was about Hitler. It made fun of Hitler. We made fun of R. Kelly. R. Kelly wanted to fight Dave. Yeah. He literally his goons stepped to Dave in Chicago, and Dave's goons intervenes, and there was the goons negotiated. The goons negotiated. So the idea that we somehow normalize this, like we also did a white supremacist sketch. I don't think we normalize white supremacy. Not at all. Our job is to poke fun at things, and even if it's bleak, we still poke fun at it. We were trying to humiliate a guy who was known for peeing. It's like insane.
Oh God. Okay. So I want to break this down into layers. First off, R. Kelly trying to fight Dave Chappelle. Now, like I said, if you ain't see this, he dressed up as R. Kelly. He's saying, so I want to piss on you, and had fucking water gallons peeing on girls. He was shitting on girls. It was crazy.
Oh man.
Wild.
Okay.
Really just throwing them out there. If it was in 2019, it would probably break streaming records. But that kind of comedy can't happen in 2019. So this is my questions to you, brother. One, just talk about that, like R. Kelly really being upset at comedic satire like that and really wanting to put hands on Dave Chappelle. Do you condone it? Would you want to do it if somebody made fun of you like that? And two, talk about comedy, because comedy is different, man. And I'm scared that we're losing the essence of real comedy. Talk about just, is anything out of bounds in comedy? And where's comedy at in your opinion right now?
Well, it's supposed to be like the guy was alluded to, and I seen another post, I forget what site it was, like, you're supposed to be like making light out of things that are like touchy topics, but like just kind of just bringing it out and just making it funny. Now is when you say something, that you're saying it as a joke. Everybody, with these different movements that they got out there, are taking things so, seriously now. Where they're calling it people's job, it's going too far. The society is becoming way too, I think oversensitive when it comes to issues, like that. Now the issue, with him, I don't know why he would be mad about that. Unless there was some type of truth to it. And maybe, at the time, it just kind of got, maybe he kind of just wanted it to go away. And the fact that, Dave Chappelle, I mean, the show was one of the biggest, it was popping, would do something like that. It may have, gave him even a more negative image out there. That could probably, be one of the reasons why he wanted to put hands on him. Like, how dare this dude, go and make light of this. And people think this shit is funny.
It was the equivalent of that going viral, like a video hitting 2-3 million. That was what Piss on You did. Like, that's
what I'm saying.
It went crazy.
Right.
I understand why R. Kelly would want to put hands on him. That being said, like, what happened to roasting and what happened to, like, those were the funny things. You would see your comedians when people went up there and roasted Richard Pryor about doing cocaine and setting himself on fire. You laughed about it. Like, you got it. Laughter, honestly, is the best medicine. I know we hear the cliche and we hear the term, and it may sound cliche, excuse me, but it really is. People go to pills, people go to alcohol, but if they really just calm the fuck down and laugh some shit off, it would really just do the world a better, more justice, honestly. And the victim in 2019, and I was talking about in 2018, is something we really had to be wary of, because there was some issues that we have to address out there, but victims, it was being too popular to be a victim. You had you shame this. We job shame this dude. We did shame this and this person and that person. And a lot of your greatest people were made fun of as kids, and they had to grow with character. And a lot of things that you're doing right now is you're kind of handcuffing a lot of these kids by not having them face a lot of adversities that they have out here by automatically running to the victim role. The victim role is very easy. And a child that's being victimized is easily going to go run to that victim role and be coddled. And you may handcuff them or shortcut them or something they're supposed to be doing great in their life. You were made fun of when you were a kid. I was made fun of when I was a kid. It built us to who the fuck we are. Because we had to get tough skin. We had to learn how to talk back. We had to get rebuttals. We had to learn how to laugh stuff off. Did it get to a point where I had to get physical? No, because we learned how to fight. And if somebody stepped to us crazy, we put in work, and you knew not to F with that dude. You may want to make fun of his looks, but that's as far as it's going to go. You had to build character. And eventually those people that bullied you, you understood that there may be something internal going on in their life. There's dialogue that could be done. Everyone can grow. Nowadays, there's too many victims going on, and we just automatically throw point blame to this person or that person. And it's just creating a real soft ass society.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you.
What happened to laughter, man?
What happened?
You're not allowed to joke no more?
I mean, not in this society.
That's
I mean,
wild.
it's like almost like, you could say it, but it's like you might be at a show and somebody says something, they put it up and one of these blog sites start posting, and the next thing you know, this person said this about this, and next thing you know, it's just a whole big backlash in the media. So right now, you kind of tiptoe to the tulips, when you're making different statements, but that's not true freedom. You're supposed to have, freedom of speech. That's a whole nother topic, man.
What do you see happening in 5 years? Let's take it there a little bit, though. Do you see it getting worse and eventually people not able to talk about anything, or do you see it kind of subsiding a little bit and slowing down and it getting a little bit, I don't want to say back to normal, so to speak, because I can only imagine if we started this podcast in 2007, 2008, it'd probably be flagged down right now because the speech and the language was completely different. And conversations that me and you have in the car, we know professionally we can't come behind these microphones and say certain things. We understand. But if we were sitting there comfortably, it should be flying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think it goes back to the days where it gets a little more of the First Amendment, where you can kind of have free speech and people get a little less soft, or is it getting worse?
Nah, I think that it's going to get way worse before it gets better.
What does that do for society, man?
I think it just makes it, it makes it worse, man, because that's one thing that we should value is not look at, all right, somebody said it, but let's have a conversation about why they said it. Let's get to the root of why they feel like that. Let's be more understanding, of why, because it's always when things are said or done, there's always, underlying, reason why somebody could be calling out for help or, anything like that. So, I would just want to see, more people just, take things a little bit more lighter and try to get to the root cause of why people, do what they do and say what they say. Like, why did this happen? You know what I mean? As opposed to just jumping on everybody. Oh, he's because even with the Charlemagne tweet that came out, a lot of people was like, oh, a lot of people was defending the cat. And it was like, oh, he was just trying to make this of this, all the type of different shit that they said. And I listened to a lot of the stuff, and I'm just like, okay, everybody thinks different. Everybody has different opinions. We have to accept that.
And you know what? And I understand that. I have my comedy is crazy. Like, there is nothing that you go there, take it all the way there when it comes to comedy, because it's supposed to have no boundaries. And that's my kind of comedy. So I don't get beat about that. And in regards to Charlemagne, it's just like, you got to be able to take criticism too. You can't dish it out and not be able to take it. And just because you may have a negative or a different of opinion in one regard doesn't mean you hate a person. It doesn't mean that word overall gives you overall premise on how you feel about a situation. And I think people do that too much too. They take one situation and they box that into being 100% of what the whole equivalent of what it is. And it really doesn't have to go that way, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, if I'm making sense on that. But
yeah, no doubt.
That's all I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God and SamAnt. 100th episode,
yes,
man,
indeed.
In the books. Another one, man. We're going to keep on pushing throughout the year. Starting off the year, very strong. We also got the Wake and Bake podcast that's going to be birthed, very, very soon. We're going to be dropping videos for that. And just continuing to put content out, man, on 3 different platforms, man. You already know where they are. Spotify, we getting that situation. iTunes, Rectify Real, real soon, so y'all can but you can always go to the Uncensored Truth channel.
Indeed.
And you know, we're dropping the full episodes every day there as well. So definitely, man.
We're having a good time, man. Make sure you subscribe to each and every one of the channels, Hip Hop News Uncensored,
Yes.
Viral Hip Hop News, the Uncensored Truth Podcast, because you're going to get different content, different perspectives on each and every podcast, each and every platform. So go subscribe and hit the notification bell to all of those. Sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all on the 100th episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. We celebrate here. We get right back to work.
Yes, sir.
Put our head down, and we'll be at 200 before you know it.
Yep.
The Uncensored Truth Podcast.